I think that's where the joke come in. But don't say my division. It wasn't just the Falcons that did that. It was what we call the whites.
Yo, yo, we in the building. Welcome to
Yeah,
Set Your
yeah.
Lineup Podcast. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Nationwide. Check us out on Spotify. Tell a friend to like, share, and subscribe. We got a good show for y'all tonight. Hey, did y'all know the first NFL draft took place in 1936, where it was only 9 teams selecting players?
Boy, that's some good info. No, I didn't know that.
But hey, just wanted to get the blood flowing. Above me, I got who?
The People's Champ, Hornets Nest Legend. Shout out episode number 90, Julius Peppers, defensive end for the Carolina
Monster.
Panthers.
People's champ.
Monster.
Next to him, I got who?
It's Zai, Genio Kipovich, checking in.
Hold on.
Ultimate Light Skin, checking in.
Mm.
Down below, I got who?
Well, you know, it's the world-renowned Triggerman Joe, a.k.a. Polo Joe, a.k.a. Joe Torius. All I need is one mic. All I need is one shot. One shot, one kill. That's what I do. So I'm ready to kill this show. Let's go.
Sound like Shador to me.
Ow!
And, and then I
Mine-
am you. And then I am your host, DSPN. Like I said, we got a energetic, jam-packed show for you today. Is this show gonna be just as wild as the NFL draft? Speaking of the draft, People's Champ, who is your biggest winner of the draft?
In most cases, the top team normally have a good draft, and in this case, they did. The teams at the top, they did real well. But I'm gonna give it to the Cleveland Browns. They started with no quarterbacks. Then they ended up drafting a couple. They brought in the free agents. They brought in a couple of guys. But I like what the Browns did, and they upgraded their defense a lot. Mason Graham, defensive tackle from Michigan. Carson, linebacker from UCLA. They got the boy from Pike Road, Judkins. Shout out to Montgomery. From by way of Ohio State. So they did that. I want to give the Browns the best draft, in my opinion.
Are you insane?
Hey,
No, he's not.
hey, I'm gonna say this. One thing for certain, two things for sure. The Browns said they got them a quarterback in one of them folks.
They got five.
Hey, man, it's four.
They got Denny Cam, my bad.
Yeah,
James-
one of them on a rotisserie chicken right now. They cooking them 240 million. All right, well, I like the Browns. I like the Browns. Who's your biggest loser?
Well, it goes to one of our teammates from the show.
Who that?
They started with no quarterbacks, and they picked up some
Oh, I
guy.
know he ain't talking about my boy. This is blasphemy.
They started and they picked up some guy from Ohio State.
Ohio State a champion, baby. I went back and look at the tape. I'm excited.
He can't hit the broadside of a bomb, man.
He's a winner, man. He's a winner. He's a baller. He's a runner. He's a track star. He at K-State. He won at K-State. He played in the championship game against Georgia. Got pre-barbecue, post-barbecue, but hey, nevertheless, he
I'm
got
gonna
him
double
back.
down on my comments from last year about Mike Tomlin. I said with that schedule that they had last year, that they were gonna get ready to run him out of town. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is gonna be the year.
Keep hope alive.
This is gonna be the year.
Hey, one thing they said, the person you gotta shout and say he good the most, he trash. But Trigger Man Joe, who was your biggest winner of the draft?
I have to agree with Champ. Since he made a lot of good points, I ain't gonna go over the same points. But Nick Chubb had a devastating knee injury, which he probably won't come back to his all-pro self. But you can't count him out. Dude is a dog, strong weight gym. But Junkins is an unbelievable talent, so it'll be a great replacement. Also, to get Shador in the fifth round, got graded as a first-round talent, and to get him that cheap, if he works out, great. If he don't work out, you can go back and get another quarterback in the next year's draft because they got an extra pick by allowing Jacksonville to move up to number 2. So it's a win-win, and they beefed up the defense. Defense is already nice with Myles Garrett. So they play in one of the toughest divisions. So you got to have some defense. And they say defense win championship. I don't think that's too much true these days. I mean, it's not. It don't carry as much weight as he did in the past. So they still not going to do nothing in the division as long as the Steelers in the division. So, but kudos to the Browns. Doo Brown.
Well, since we talk about that, who's your biggest loser?
That's easy. My biggest loser, the Tennessee Titans. Um, I'm not big on Cam. What and then Cam? What is Cam? Cam, yeah.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, yeah, but he ain't the true Cam. There's only one Cam. That's Cam Newton. But I think teams are forced to get quarterbacks that's really not a first round talent. I don't think Shador a first round talent either in my grading. But and the rest of their picks was mediocre at best. Calvin Ridley is your best wide receiver. He's not a true number one. He done killed me the last 2 years in the draft. I think they had like 3 4th-round picks. Really nothing sexy that jumps off the page. I think they got them a couple of receivers or whatnot, but it's not gonna make a difference. So I would pick Titans. The team it's gonna be so bad that they might be calling for Will Levis to make a appearance. Heard it here first.
I ain't gonna say all that, but think Showboat Kipovich. Who do you got as your biggest winner?
He said
The
Falcons, Homer.
No, I mean the Falcons did what they need to do to go get defense. The biggest winner, I'm gonna have to
Charlotte
say the Raiders. I'm
Raiders.
gonna have, I'm
Do
gonna have to
tell.
say, the Raiders winning and got Gentry at at 6 and Baby Beast mode. I think they're gonna try to train him to be Baby Beast mode. They
Say no
went and
more
got
though.
they stole Jack Beck out of TCU. Um, they turn around and they got some good picks. They had 2 at 4. They had two. They had 3 third-round picks. They had 2 4th-round picks and 3. No, they had 3 6th-round picks. And I think they solidified spots that they needed to solidify. They got an offensive guard in the 3rd round at 98. They got an offensive tackle at 99. And they didn't fall for the Shadur hype.
What
So
division do they play in? What quarterbacks they have to go against?
I mean, what does that mean?
You need weapons of mass destruction in
You need
order.
deep defensive ends, and the Browns did not go get nobody to line up on the other side. So y'all, I don't know why y'all pumping Kool-Aid up the Browns.
They did get another rusher.
Yeah, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
they got a
They just
defensive tackle.
Yeah, the help that's push up the middle.
They didn't get another rush in.
Man, they gonna find that. They might already have that. We don't even know about it yet.
Okay, man.
Miles
What did
Garrett, they done paid Miles Garrett so much he can play on both ends.
they went and got two quarterbacks? They went and got two quarterbacks. Then they went and got two running backs. It was like a video game. High draft on Madden. Come on, man. If the Atlanta Falcon would have did that, would have clapped. How you gonna draft two quarterbacks? I don't give a care what round they went in. You got a quarterback room just full of. Come on, man. And y'all say that's
Full of
good.
people because Deshaun Watson did not pan out as they anticipated. So now they have a showroom full of quarterbacks.
A showroom. That's a
Yeah,
junkyard.
don't do that.
It's a junkyard because you're not gonna advertise me
If you make
a
it to the
showroom when
NFL, you can't. It
you
can't
got
be
a
no junkyard, man.
you got a quarter. Oh, okay.
Actually,
Now,
Tennessee should have drafted Shador in round 5.
might as well.
Should
I mean,
had them both.
Boy, that you know what?
that's what I'm
Thinking
trying
about
to tell
it,
you.
it was a big time battle. But I mean, the Redskins did it with RG3, and they picked Kirk Cousins in the 4th round. So, champ, that's
But
pretty good.
that
So they got
only
that tape.
happened. That only happened because one of the half of the organization wasn't sold on RG3.
Mike Shanahan, Vic was
Well,
head coach.
Dallas Cowboy did.
Yep, they Dallas Cowboys definitely did it that year. That was gonna be my next fun fact later on in the show, but thank you for taking that one.
Back with Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman and Walsh.
Yeah, from the U.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they were one of the first teams to ever draft two quarterbacks. They were both drafted in the first round.
And right now with the salary cap, rookie salary cap, back in the day, I think Bradford might have been the last one to get the big money. You couldn't afford to be paying get another quarterback. You swing and miss with the quarterback you grab in the first round, but now you grab a quarterback every year if you want to.
What
Yeah,
grade y'all
yeah,
get
yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys since Dallas Cowboys taught rule the nation? And I might could clip it. What grade do y'all get the Dallas Cowboys draft?
Yeah.
I give them a solid B plus. Nothing outstanding, but solid pieces that they in well needed places to at least try to get the team back afloat. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I give them a C. But Showboat, you gave us your biggest winner. Who's your biggest loser?
Bring them up. Bring them up. Who that? Who that?
Saints.
Hey, the boy should have went ahead and picked him for the prank call, man. Should have went ahead and picked Shador for him. What were they doing? They went and got an offensive tackle. Then they turned around and got one of the goofiest quarterbacks, a 25-year-old. I had to hear all this mess last year. The Falcons drafted a senior citizen at quarterback.
I
Man,
thought it was 20. I thought the dude 27.
We ain't gonna spend all night talking about the Falcons now.
no, we talking about the Saints. We talking about the Saints, and the Saints saved the Steelers from having the worst draft because the Saints
No, don't do
said, "Why
that.
me do me?"
Better go back and look at it. We ain't pick a quarterback. We had one of the worst drafts. Come on.
I mean, Joe, they did rate y'all draft for Elf.
They did.
Yeah, they ranked y'all as the worst draft.
What company did that?
It was the I see the
Champ,
I
this is
see y'all.
not funny, man. This is
The
Man,
serious talk,
nation.
man. You laugh and stuff.
The
I'm
nation.
being for real. I see y'all on quite a couple different charts.
Nationwide is
Y'all,
on
yeah,
the side.
The
y'all was
world.
32. Y'all definitely
Y'all
32.
think y'all can do this to me? Huh? I'm putting cases on all you.
They put y'all in
But
New
Jimmy
York.
Howard was a good pick in the 6th round.
All right, we're gonna show y'all. I'm telling you what, if Rodgers don't commit, we getting Kirk
Oh
Cousins.
no, Kirk Cousins, we didn't draft no backup quarterback. We gonna talk about the Falcons tonight or not? We didn't draft no backup quarterback.
When you get
All
when we
the
get Kirk Cousins,
Through
I'm
his
gonna do
time.
Victor Cruz. I'm gonna come to
Joe,
Buffalo Wild Wings and do Victor Cruz and shout out
Joe,
keep it Vitz.
Joe, y'all might be cooked.
No, man, come on, cuz we won 10 games 2 years ago with Duck Rogers and Mason Rudolph. So we know how to win, man.
Well, get ready to try and win again with Mason Rudolph.
Knuckle
Y'all
up.
cooked.
Knuckle up. But we're
But
gonna
I
watch
will
Kendrick
give
Lamar
y'all.
Super Bowl. And we're gonna do what we need to do. Shoot.
Hey, I will give y'all. I think I'm not gonna go with the chalk and say the Browns and all these other teams. I'm actually gonna go with the team that kind of flew under the radar with what they did and say the 49ers
What?
really the 49ers really went and reloaded their defense. Quite a few open spots, and they literally went defense, 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 defense. They
They
lost a
should have
lot,
went
man.
offensive line in the mix of that as well.
I mean, they should have did a lot of things,
But
but
weapons don't work without offensive line. You already pay that quarterback that money. Oh boy, the left tackle getting old, long in the tooth. They some other old linemen went some other places. Game is
hey,
won in the trenches.
it looked like they chose to go with that old saying,
Defense.
defenses win championships.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, they get all defense this year, get all offense next year. They back.
They can possibly get away with it within their division.
Yeah,
But the Rams gonna
it's
win the division
I
though.
like I like I would have rather Michael Williams over who we got from Georgia. So they did get a pick at 11. Alfred
Y'all
Collins.
moved up, gave up a pick to go get that defensive player. He wasn't worth that.
This is well because he already making good decisions.
All right.
but
Stay
my big
tuned.
but my biggest loser, I already told y'all my biggest loser because I questioned they picks when they chose them. The Bears.
Really?
Yeah, the Bears trash. The
Um,
whole draft trash. If you want to talk about offense and defense, Joe, I think the Niners and the Bears should have swapped drafts because you got Cole Kmet, but yet you go choose a tight end as your first
I
pick.
didn't understand that one either. I didn't.
You got you got DJ Moore and Odunze, and then you go draft another wide receiver.
You didn't
Like
say nothing about the Bucks doing that. The Bucks
Bucks
got
no.
the Bucks got Godwin and Evans
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
but
McMillan and McMillan
They old. They
but
old.
and
The Bears,
McMillan.
they
they also a playoff
old.
team.
Yeah,
McMillan.
they
Chicago
old.
not a playoff team.
But I think with
Man,
them solidifying the offense, Caleb Williams is going to show why he was the number one pick. The defense is not as bad as everybody think they are. They just was put out on the field a lot of minutes, so anybody defense would look bad. But they're better than what you think. And they got Ben Johnson in there. They're going to revolutionize the offense. And the
Then
Bears
they
going to
got a
be a
still
dangerous team.
a round one talent, a top 20 talent at pick 39, Luther Burden. And I don't
Luther
know about
Vandross.
from Missouri.
Oh,
The
Yeah, the wide
receiver.
um,
receiver, the one that was working out at 12:30 a.m. after he didn't get drafted in the first
yeah,
okay.
round, man.
the
Okay.
Bears are gonna do Bears things,
All
and
right.
they
They should have
are going to be
instead of taking that
trash.
tight end, they should have took a lineman.
I agree. But they when they spent like in the offseason free agency, I think if I'm not mistaken, they picked up two offensive linemen, so they spent a lot of money with the
Mm,
offensive line.
Picking,
Unless
picking a lineman at 10 is iffy to me. This ain't
I don't
mm,
college.
even think that's the best tight end in the draft they did. I think the tight end for the Colts is better. Warren is better than the guy they chose.
I can believe that, but
And he's a dog when it comes to blocking.
if he'd have
Yeah,
won
Love
that 10 spot, I
Love
would
the
And
have.
you
number
know
one
the
number
Bears,
10.
Mike Ditka, that would have, you know what I'm saying? That would have been a crazy pick to hype
hey,
up some of the old
well, well, what I will say is, I guess I need to draft Caleb Williams because they coming out five wide every play.
Ben Johnson.
They coming out four wide receivers and tight end lined out wide.
He got golf a
Either
$100 million contract, 200 million, whatever he got.
Might be Swift
Caleb,
here.
man, I ain't taking nobody from the Bears.
Might be his year.
I ain't taking nobody from the Bears, like at all,
I think I'm gonna
at
take him as my
all.
third running back this year.
Didn't they get a running back in the draft too? No.
Yeah.
Do not. I do not remember that. No, they got a tight end, a wide receiver, offensive tackle, defensive tackle.
Oh, okay. They're gonna go out and probably get a running back. I don't know via free
They got a
agency.
run back in the 7th round, Kyle Monaga, Monaga, Monaga,
My
Monaga,
nigga,
Monaga,
nigga, my
Monaga man.
oh,
out of
But I
Rutgers.
will. But before we move on, I will give a shout out to Ja'Cory Merritt. He played at Sydney L. He got drafted in the 7th round to the Commanders.
OS
We'll
Nation, step up.
we'll give a shout out to the city. Give a shout out to the city. But what was the besides the elephant in the room? What was the biggest surprise of the draft? Trigger
He
man.
said, "In the room."
The biggest surprise to me is the Jacksonville Jaguars moving up to get Travis Hunter. A lot of people criticized that pick. They had a new GM, brilliant dude. You listen to him break down offense, defense. I think he's from the LA Rams front office, and he understands that Jacksonville has been struggling to be relevant in the NFL. So you need to get you a generational talent that to be the face of your franchise. Since the quarterback don't want to step up, Sunshine don't want to do it, and you can build from there and get some excitement. And people want to buy tickets to see the Jaguars because the boy got a face only a mama can love. Oh, I thought he was on one of y'all thing. That's why I said that. But he
He,
gone.
he
That's
was.
that's
He
unprotected.
was. He was on
Yeah.
Showboat.
Keeper Fish had him up there, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had him up there before the show.
Yeah, stop
He
playing
had
with
him
me.
up
Then like his pink suit.
Stop playing with me, gang.
Hey,
Joe,
Showboat, what was your biggest surprise?
I mentioned it already. I
What you
was
mention?
surprised that the Bucks went wide receiver. And I was surprised, even though Joe don't think running back should be taken early, but this year was the hype for the running back, and it didn't fall that way in the draft.
It's
And
down, man. It's
also,
down.
I was just surprised at everything the Saints did. They didn't pick Shadur. They picked I don't know. The boy all over social media making stupid play. Not stupid, just stupid plays in the game. But you had the combine and you throwing trash. And I'm just surprised what the Saints did. Tyler Show,
Mm.
mm, tragic.
That's
I
the
Uh,
love
the
biggest
it.
surprise.
people's the people's champ. What was your biggest surprise?
Like I said earlier, was the Bears taking that Loveland tight end guy from Michigan when like I said, they already had Cole Komet. They spent a second round pick on him 2 3 years ago. Uh, and then
Was it
this
second
guy,
round? Might
I
have been
mean,
the third.
y'all run all over Wild Wings talk about the tight end, Grunt and Hernandez.
Grunt was a second round pick.
I don't care, but it's two tight ends set.
Are you saying that this guy is Grunk like?
No, I'm saying what's wrong with running two tight end set when
What are we talking about?
you got a running back at quarterback? Run the two tight end set. The Seahawks went and got the tight end for Alabama that's really a fullback to 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 do their thing, to run the set like that. Atlanta did it, and now they moved that to
How did
Pittsburgh.
that do for Atlanta with them running
How
that?
did that do for Home Depot Junior? I mean, where's that on?
Oh, Depot, that's your man, the Atlanta Falcon owner.
No, FedEx. My bad, FedEx Junior. Your offensive coordinator. He run the two tight end set.
Um, he didn't run that much with Steelers. He ran it predominantly with the Falcons, but
He gonna run it this year 'cause he ain't got no quarterback.
we stay tuned. We shall see.
All right.
We got us a running
Oh,
back though.
who y'all running back?
That running back, I think
At
his last
running
name
back.
Johnson from Iowa. Caleb Johnson, I think it is.
A
yeah,
powerful,
Man,
powerful offense.
A baby Derrick
Iowa,
Henry.
Iowa
man,
just put
y'all,
points on the board.
y'all
Yeah.
ain't got nothing, cuz y'all ain't got nothing.
All right. Turn the
I'm gonna
TV
go
off.
left field again. Biggest surprise was the Packers
Oh man.
going with two wide receivers in the draft. Um, Not to have any doubts on the guy, but The Packers are really looking for a number one wide receiver,
And that guy ain't no number
and
one.
and I still don't believe they've gotten a number one wide
I
receiver.
agree 1000%. They don't.
So it shocked me a little bit that they got about 7 wide receivers on their depth chart right now.
6.5.
Yeah, they
I think 2 or
Christian
3 of them
Watson,
about to come
he in
up
a whole.
for
He'll
contract.
never be a whole wide receiver ever again in his career.
A couple
Oh,
of
he
them finna
just
come
got
up for
full.
contract.
It's contract
yeah,
year for him.
but
If not this year, next year.
You might. Oh, he
Cause
probably
by
gonna go
3 of them, they picked
crazy.
by
Watch
3
him
of them
go
in the
crazy.
same year.
I can't. I'm drafting the last 2 years. He ain't gonna do me no more. Oh,
yeah, but hey, I mean, we might be speaking a little early to figure it out, but I just don't see it happening. I mean, Jordan Love definitely got some weapons, but I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he's the guy. But let's go ahead and take a spin over to the NBA. NBA playoff reactions, injuries, and your finals prediction. But first off, I just want to say Ant-Man, Superman, Joanna Man. The Lakers ain't winning in 5. The Lakers ain't winning in 5.
Well, if I seen game one, I said, boy, it don't
Go.
look good.
Give me something out of the NBA playoffs that has caught your eye.
Detroit gonna be pretty good. They need another score, but they're gonna be pretty good. They play real physical. They got good depth. They big. They just need one more score. They get into them little droughts where they can't score over 3 or 4 minutes when they ain't got but that one guy on their team to score. But they're gonna be something to deal with in the East coming up. Maybe next year if they get a good player out the draft. Uh, that's
Yeah,
for the East. Yeah.
That's a good
yeah, because
observation, Chad, because um, they really buying into what the coach is preaching. Because you've never seen a team that lost like 27 straight, maybe 29 straight the year before,
Yeah.
and to make the playoffs and battle New York like they're balanced. So, and the culture and that city is begging for Bad Boys Part 2 or 3 or 4, like the movie. So that's good take. That's good take.
Dobo, what you got?
Man, I don't know. I don't know how
You
to
don't
react.
know.
I don't know how to react to this NFL playoff we in here talking about.
NFL playoff.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I saw. That's what I
Phys-
saw.
Physical play.
Thought we were done with the '90s.
Um,
Thought we were done with the '90s, man. Come
refresh
on.
to my memory. What physicality
Did
are you
Nas
talking
Reed get
about?
drafted? Did Nas Reed get drafted Thursday night? Jesus.
Oh.
Man, I
I
don't know.
told. I mean, I said the boy before the series started. I'm like,
Did LeBron James get drafted?
them
Shoot, he
boys
put this
big
subject too.
and physical.
I mean, he had to, man. Pat Beverly Jr. Pat Beverly Jr. was all over the place. As soon as you wanna bring up LeBron James,
LeBron James,
The usual,
you coming in?
unpredictable.
Hey man, how about that Lakers game,
Hey,
baby?
hey,
I'm sorry for
you
the
coming in like the
tardiness, but I had
that
to
was
watch
Sunday,
LeBron
man. That was Sunday.
Randy the
commit a
Macho Man
foul.
Savage, huh?
LeBron committing fouls, can't get his assists, getting turnovers. It's time to retire. That's all I got to say. I guess he got another superstar that didn't do his job.
Sunday almost had a triple-double, man.
Huh?
I'm,
Almost. Well,
I'm
guess what?
just,
He
I'm
he
just.
almost had a victory.
Hey, all I know is it's real hard when both of your star players running down the court like.
Yeah.
I'm a Laker fan, but the thing that we're missing, I think, here is how they got gassed up. Everybody bought into Luca and LeBron on the same team for a series. They're gonna give anybody hell when they play them. Did you notice that they played 46 minutes apiece? and still came up with the
They
loss.
Hey,
they
And
ain't got enough.
to me,
no,
was Hornet. They needed a big man, but they rescinded the trade on that Charlotte Hornets, and then you kept Connect. You might well play Connect now. You know what you got to lose. You can't do no worse than what a lot of other cats are already doing on the team.
hey, know who they
Bring us
should have
some
had? If they would have had this one person, they would have won. They was missing one person all day.
Who?
Jonathan Majors. Did you see how he ran when that white girl was chasing him? If LeBron would have been running like him, they would have won by 30.
Hey, but I hate that I missed the show last week. But I told my coworkers because it's quite a few Lakers fans that I work with. But I told them, I said, man, if LeBron give you 30 points, Luca give you 30 points, and somehow Austin Reeves give you 30 points every night, who else gonna combine for 30 points? You need 3 players to get you 10. They ain't got it.
How many rebounds Luca had this last game? How many assists? What's going on?
Who they gonna pass it to? They self.
Oh, I guess.
We're gonna pass to man. Watching the Lakers is like the pickup game at the YMCA. The best player get the ball at the top of the key, and he just gets dribbling. So you don't get nothing from that.
But I think the most competitive and entertaining series is the Denver Nuggets and the Clippers. I like what
Going
Steve
seven.
Van Gundy, not Jeff Van Gundy, has done with uh, revamping that Clippers defense, and they really play some aggressive defense. But I thought the Clippers was definitely going to go up 3-1, and the Joker turned back into the Joker and shut that noise down and got that little lucky tip in dunk. A little controversial whether it was done in time, but it was too close call. But it's been a very, very entertaining season. And shout out to the Claw for all these playoff seasons. He's been hurt and wasn't able to play. And this dude just keep rehabbing and going through gruesome pain to show up. And man, get that man his flowers, man. That man looked like a chiseled god with
On
mid-range game, getting whatever shot he wanted when he wanted it.
I think he been working out with Harden in the offseason because that boy went tween behind the back, between the legs, dunked on somebody, went down the court, didn't say nothing. I'm
Didn't
like,
say nothing. That man put on the before, and then hit the three before halftime. And Jugger had to go back and get it. He only missed one shot in the first half. So
He
shout
must
out
be
to
on that
Robo
LeBron
Pop, bro.
juice.
Oh, what he on LeBron juice?
He got to be.
nah, I ain't gonna say he on that LeBron juice because Kawhi done missed a year here, come back and play a half a season.
Yeah,
I
man.
really believe Kawhi been hurt. It ain't like he done been sustaining 82 games a year
Right. How
and
hard to
and
get up off
missing.
the floor and keep getting back in the saddle to keep. Man, shout out, man. That's hard, man.
Hey,
That's it.
the most
And then
competitive
still being
series,
an elite athlete. Come on, man. Shout out to the
the
club.
best series to me is the Lakers and Minnesota. Just to see him go down. How sweet. Hey, I'm just waiting for that because I'm waiting for the LeBron people to say what he don't have and this. And see, this is where LeBron outsmart himself. You can say what you want to say about AD, but he was a defensive force that gave
Oh,
him the edge.
yeah.
There's
No
nobody
question.
in the middle. Everybody's going right to the lane.
Yeah.
You lost your defensive force. And at the end of the day, Luka's going to put up a triple-double and he'll give up a quadruple-double.
Mm.
When you a superstar in this league and they want to attack you on defense, that's an insult. They don't even do that to Steph Curry no more.
Preacher.
Yeah, you own it.
So to me, you get what you asked for. And all this talking about he need help. If you look at the structure of how to get help, you got to take less money. You're trying to get the most money with the most help, and it's not going to work.
Mm.
Take a pay cut. Get Bronny off your payroll because that was another $4 million loss, and then let's start over.
You want me to cut my own son? Is that what you're saying? Unpredictable.
Hey,
You want me to
hey,
cut my
since
own son?
I'll fire my mom if she ain't doing the job.
hey, Steph Curry name was brought up, and Jimmy Butler did sustain a deep contusion, and he missed the last game. But did the chef cook, Joe? Did the chef cook? I just want to know, did the chef cook?
I mean,
Did he cook?
the law on average say every blue moon you're supposed to show up and cook, but he don't cook enough to be a chef. He might well be one of them little
Hey.
cooks at Waffle House or something. He light skinned guy at Waffle House.
Hey,
But
hey, shoot, well, he had the cigarette behind it the last game. Everybody know when you walk in Waffle House, you see that cigarette behind the ear. You know your food finna be good.
Touche. But then that's the same Houston team right before the playoff. They locked them up to like 8 points. You do recall that, don't you?
Hey, it happens. It happens.
That
Like you
game had
said, it
Vegas
happens.
wrote all with
He's supposed to be
all
the
on.
greatest of all time, greatest point guard of all time. How's it happened to him?
That,
He had no
that, that,
impact on the game with nothing.
that game had Vegas wrote all on it, man.
Oh, but it was
Hey,
Yeah.
I told people, I told my cousin on the phone probably about 5 days ago. I said it ain't Houston time. I said it's the last run of the OGs. This is the last run of the OGs. I said it's gonna be Warriors versus the Clippers and somebody in the East. But the West winning it this year. Gonna be Warriors versus the Clippers.
That's,
Well,
yeah.
you sound
Okay,
delusional. We're gonna have a mandatory drug test after this show. Why not even have to do the second show? Man?
Who you thinking?
You
Who
can go ahead
gonna
and
be
clock
there,
out.
Hey, since we got a moment, can I see? This is the problem I have with LeBron James. It's
What
the
problem you got?
excuses. Now you tell me what mega star is playing with Anthony Edwards? None. Right? So he has no mega stars. He has some good people, probably got a couple all stars, but pretty much he got to go out there and get it from the mud with a bunch of people who just go out there and work hard. They go play hard defense. You pass him the ball, and he gave out the 9 assists. He's gonna make them play hard on defense. He ain't got no Hall of Fame on his team, but yeah, no, outside of him. See, we all say, well, we can't count that for LeBron. He ain't have no Hall of Famer. He didn't have no help. I don't see nobody.
40, oh man,
this was when he was 20. See, I do my research. Go back to when they beat the Detroit Pistons to make it to the finals. Everybody talking about the game 5 when he scored 24 in a row. Nobody talk about that when he scored 11 in game 6 and Boobie Gibson scored 31. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
So we just know Steve Kerr hit one shot.
Yeah.
So at some point, you got to rally your team. And I keep saying this. We giving credit for him getting it to the door and the door being shut. There were plenty of people that made it to the door and won it with less talent. So at some point, we got to look at LeBron and say, you put up some great stats and you had some great teammates. And for what you had, you should have accomplished more.
Well, I told y'all last year, Ant-Man is on the verge of taking over this league. Ant-Man, yeah, that's me. Do you know, or did you know, he made more three-pointers than Steph Curry this year, and he shot a higher percentage. And he still went to the free throw line a lot this year. I think only like 80 times less than what he went last year. So, and with Sims said he don't have no superstars. He got a borderline all-star with Julius Randle. It took a little while for that to come around. Now that mesh to come, but he got a 40-year-old point guard that really should maybe guard nobody on the Lakers team. But Ant-Man said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna put child support on my back. I'm gonna put this on my back. Get rid of Cat." And, hey, it's gonna be his league, man. He got to stop doing all that crazy stuff. But that what makes him part of his
don't want it to be his league
portfolio. What's
And
that?
all I know is Ant-Man said every time they go to the ref, I'm gonna be right there. Cause if you get him a foul, I need that same foul. Every time Luka thought he was finna run over there, Ant-Man was like, yeah. And when he get it, I need it.
Yeah, Ant-Man, he that dude. You know, he to come at KD and LeBron, he just don't care. I love
So
it.
he done swept his idol, KD. He finna put a 4-1 on Bron head. We finna call that man the legend killer. Finna call him the legend killer, cuz.
And he got that smiling. Like he ain't even sweating hard doing it. And then he say something about LeBron's son.
Yeah, he
like
said he hot
go
garbage.
fishing or go to the beach.
He said, don't worry about it. I'm finna sing you and your pops home early.
They don't care about Nathan with no respect for human life.
I ain't hit nothing gangster like that since somebody said that about my son last week on Marco Polo. I ain't appreciate that either. My son is trash, man. What happened to that trash? I got your back, son.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go around the room though. I want your finals prediction. We are at a point where it's almost lining up, but we're gonna start with unpredictable. We're gonna go around the room. Your finals pick.
Well, I got to go back to what I said from before the final. I mean, playoffs started. I'm gonna stick with it. I said OKC and Boston, and I got Boston in 6.
Pick a man.
I thought Boston would be showing more dominance. They still should make it, but I'm just gonna take the next best thing. I'm gonna go with the Cavaliers versus OKC, with OKC hoisting the trophy at the end.
Me myself, like I said, in between Clippers and Warriors, Clippers and Warriors, Clippers and Warriors. But if Jimmy don't come back or Jimmy have another hiccup, I'm gonna go ahead and say Clippers in Boston, Clippers in 6, Clippers in 6. The people's champ.
I'm gonna go like the NCAA tournament. I'm gonna go all chalk. Oklahoma City versus Boston Celtics. And if you're looking in the background, you already see who's gonna win it.
Double up.
The C's. Boston in 5, B.
God damn.
But I will say, Jimmy Butler healthy. The chef in pie. So, Bo, what you got? All right.
Hey,
He exits the building. What you got?
Since our guy X is not here for the quote, can we go ahead and can I go ahead and end this?
We ain't in there yet.
Oh, okay.
We gotta we gotta get to your favorite part.
Oh,
We
shucks.
ain't even got to your favorite part yet.
What's that?
We gotta talk about LeBron laying down on that fake foul, peeping to see if the referee is looking at it.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad we got on this.
That's Champ Goat, though. That's Champ Goat.
This is why he did Space Jam. We know he was a great actor. I mean, that's not surprising, right? We thought he was fighting. We thought he was playing basketball against some monsters until they stayed cut, and it was a green screen. He just thought he was still in Hollywood, so I guess he thought he was still rolling. I mean, because right now, Steven Spielberg should go ahead and sign him up for the next great movie because ain't nobody can act better than LeBron right now. He even act like a concerned parent. He's taking up for Bronny. Until Kevin Gates got there, I'd have played there too.
Yeah, really, he acted tough on the radio, but when Death Row step in the house, he bagging up. I wish Savannah been in the house so he could get away that or something. Or did one of them lines in Rocky movie. Hey woman, I bet you stay up all night wishing you had a real man. Come over to my apartment now. Show you a real man.
There you go. He go roll up on Stephen A. Smith, but won't roll up on Kevin G. Gates.
You know a real man when you see one. You ain't stupid.
Hey, what Kevin Gates said, I look in the mirror, I see a great man.
He don't want no problems. He do not want no problems. That's why he in Hollywood.
People champ, was that a real foul or a fake foul? Was he acting or was he really hurt?
He was hurt for a second, and then he kind of, when y'all saw him look over like this, he was kind of checking to see if all his body parts were right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all.
He ran into right before that. He ran into somebody's chest and grabbing his groin. I ain't never seen that before. How
he's an actor. He's a basketball player, and he can play football.
Is that your king? Is that your king?
And he can put his kid. He can play with his kids in the pros.
See, and that's the thing about it. He's too great to be doing that nonsense. Now, somebody say, "Well, Michael Jordan did it twice." Okay, twice out of 1,200 games ever. This man is making it a regular. He did it twice in one game. So to me, you're just too great for that. Go out there and play. If you mess up, you mess up. Everything about you is dramatic. Somebody fake foul you. You got hair clips in your head like we don't know it's fake and it's falling out. Right? Just be yourself, man. Sometimes just be yourself. If you miss the 3-pointer, you just miss it. It's okay.
Yeah.
And all
Why you don't think he sent Brandon James over there to confront Kevin Gates since he wasn't man enough to do it? You know, take one for the team. You know, that's he talking about your mama, man. Go over there and handle that.
Oh no, he wasn't no problem. In all honesty, LeBron should be the deal like Kobe, Mike, all them guys did. When it came to the end of the road, it's time to let it go.
Yeah.
You better let it go.
I let it go.
Because and this is what I've been saying. To me, if people go back and look at the COVID year, I don't think they would have won it without COVID, and this is the only reason why. People forgot the game before COVID. Anthony Davis went out, and he was scheduled to be out for 2 months. So now you got your 8-month break or whatever, but you take away that. I keep saying, year 1 you missed the playoffs. Year 3 you lost in the first round. Year 4 you missed the playoffs. Year 5 you got swept. Year 6 you lost in the first round again. That's not great.
And they were using the play in to get into the playoffs.
And guess what? When Jordan did that his first 6 years as a young pup, we crucified him. We go back and crucify him. But yet this man has done the same thing with great players. And that's all I'm saying. This man he didn't have Pippen trying to be great. He had Russell Westbrook coming from Washington off a triple-double. He had AD, one of the top 5 players in the 2000s. He had Dwight Howard. You had Rondo, a consummate professional veteran, know how to run the offense. He's had people. You even had young talent that you got rid of when Ball was healthy. You got to think about Ingram, Josh Hart. It's so many people you get rid of. And the only thing I said since he's been in LA, it's been 2 constants: Jeannie Buss and LeBron James. And I ain't see Jeannie Buss on the court yet, unless it was with Magic.
I heard she bust one in the locker room. Oh. That's that loud.
Hey, since we talking about court, let's talk about that man behind you, unpredictable Shannon Sharpe. Seems like his name just ringing in the court system right now. That thing ringing. The People's Champ.
They're going to get you real hard.
The People's Champ. What do we got to say about Shannon Sharpe?
About 6-7 months ago when he had Cat Williams on the couch. Mm-hmm. And they was having that conversation, and Cat Williams was telling them all the different stuff about
putting them up on game.
He actually was talking to him, and then right after that, Monique came in and had a show right after that, and was telling him the same thing. So actually, he was getting information what he needed to be doing and not doing before all of this transpired. And then right after that, it was stated that he did offer a $10 million purse to the young lady to settle or whatever.
She said,
Set out like Diddy did with that old girl. What her name was?
Yeah, I knew.
I thought he was into boys.
You know, it was the girl that he beat up in the hotel.
Oh yeah.
It wife.
I think he gave her like $30 million and settled out of court.
Yeah, and so in this case, I think the girl was going to sell, but I think the people that's behind it didn't. You know,
and they leaked it.
And so what was probably going to end up happening, this is my opinion, allegedly, she may not get that much because it's kind of like both sides. It's you could look at the text message and all that stuff and say that, okay, he did wrong, but you also can look at her side, what she texts, and say that she kind of led him, you know. So
she likes that. She likes that type of action.
So it could be she might have missed that bag. Or she could have had that 10.
She might have missed that bag, but she missed that poo shooter. What she talking about?
Because they said the real Michelle came out too. Now she's suing too.
Yeah,
she ain't got no leg to stand on.
The one with the video.
Whoever was in the Instagram live, she done came out too.
Man, take that Laker hat off, man. You're making me sick with that Laker hat. Take it off, man.
Nah, I went and bought this hat.
Look good on
purposely. But just words for Shannon Sharpe. You know, they say you can't teach old fools new tricks. But when old fools get new money, So it should have came with a script,
Instructions.
instruct a script. Somebody tell him what to do, what not to do, because you making more money than you ever made in your lifetime. If you wasn't getting the women when you was one of the biggest superstars in the NFL, you should have known you shouldn't have been getting them now. If you didn't get them back then, if they didn't want you back then, they still don't want you. It wasn't meant for you.
You thought he was Mike
You.
Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now hot, they all on me. Mike
Let me
Jones.
say this: even with the settlement, this is what I found out. I had to do my research. The law way.
Okay, the law.
When they settle, it's some kind of formula that they use. So let's say she asked for $50 million. They look at what's the chances of her winning that case. So they might have said 10%, so $5 million. Bam. The lawyer automatically gets 5 or 6 million. So half was for the lawyer, half was for her. So a lot of time when they settle, they look at the chances of them winning and they just take the percent from it. So when you have that kind of money, they just go ahead and settle, especially even if he's innocent, the damage that it can be done by putting it out there is that much work. That's number one. Number two, it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, she's legal and I could defend them all day, but you know, you're dealing with somebody who idea of a dessert is eating Laffy Taffies or something like it. Like, you ain't got nothing to talk about, man. Like, first of all, you shouldn't be communicating that much with her. Let me just say that. And so it's just one of those things that lesson learned for everybody. Be careful and understand that understand who you are in a position and be real careful and discreet, which means that at this point, if you can't take them out in the streets, don't put them in the sheets, because at that point, you ain't got no leg to stand on.
All I'm gonna say is, and unpredictable, you are a great mathematician, but just follow my mouth. How much was Shannon Sharpe contract? The new one, like 100 million one, like 5 years.
Yeah.
So 5 years, $100 million. He only got to go 3 days into that contract before he stepped away. Before that, he was only making about 6.5 million a year, and she was gonna take 10, and she's suing him for 50. All that sound like to me is Shannon Sharpe broke now.
See what it is, the ESPN. See, ESPN is Disney. His podcast he owns. So when you put that stuff out, that eliminates you from Disney because you're an employee. But on Club Shay Shay, he's the owner. And so the people that promote Disney, the sponsors, are not the same sponsors that promote his podcast. So what you do with the podcast world, nobody know who's supporting the podcast because they never display it. So you don't know who to voice your opinion to because it's not a public trading place, so to speak. But ESPN has to say who their sponsors are. So that means if he stays, that Joe Public can go after the sponsors. Who you going after? Because we see Whitlock, he said whatever he want to. He didn't say some stuff that I just knew he was going to get canceled. So to me,
you preaching today.
He went for his podcast sponsors. That's why he stepped away from ESPN to deal with his family, only to still do his podcast.
Because his podcast, the sponsors are Prize Picks and they were and sell men erectile pills.
Yeah,
so they gonna stay in business.
Yeah.
What these men gonna do? Say, oh, I don't want no maintain no more. And we know people go gamble.
Joe.
hey, but it's been a great show, fellas. I definitely got
Kiki tonight.
I'm gonna end the show like this and give Elijah Arenas is doing better. He was involved in a car crash not too long ago. I'm gonna just share my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. But if you think I ever buy anything Tesla make, I'ma just say no. Everything Tesla make just remind me of all the robot movies I done watched over the years. Don't do it. Don't trust it. Because they did say that they took a blood test from Elijah Arenas and no criminal charges are coming about. No alcohol was found in his blood level. They said it just simply came from speed. And we all know what happened in Tesla when speeding and combustion happens.
She said, "Come
It
on,
was a
baby, get
mal
it."
yeah, it's typically a malfunction of Tesla, but of course they're trying to protect it because they did cover up that year. What was like last year when about three high school prom dates were involved in three crashes due to the Tesla's malfunctioning. I think Tesla needs to just go ahead and shelf it and try it again.
There you go. Hey,
But
also, oh, go ahead.
glad he doing better. Glad he doing better.
Get well, baby.
What what's the
Now, you know
unpredictable?
what? Just know the whole fantasy football crew. We starting off. You go ahead and start doing your mock draft, and just understand. And this is especially for you, Gino, not Kapovich Gino, but the Gino that still owe me my damn money, who been hiding, but he sit there and come at my house and put his wife beater on and his flip flops and go to sleep like he lived there, like he paid rent.
No,
And then
Gino.
his big sweaty ass gets stuck on my leather sofa. Nice. Now when he peel off, it sounds like Velcro. That Gino. But just know,
Fake Gino.
if I send this to you, just know I'm not finna listen to a word you say. Just remember that.
Now come with your take. Go on with the last word after that.
Showboat, what you got?
I don't know. I lost my quote.
Falcons going to the Super Bowl.
Just because you wear brown don't mean you ain't. Just because you wear brown don't mean you is brown. So what did you say on Marco Polo?
Who got on brown?
UPS.
Huh?
This blue. Oh, you talking about champ, must be.
They're
What kind of
green.
brown do for you? That green?
I'm talking about Marco Polo.
My
He
color vision messed up then.
I know I'm talking about Marco Polo.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't in there.
He's my ex-homeboy. I got it.
Prince B. Prince B. He got me this week. Put the clip in me.
Hey, also, we got a graduation coming up. I'm gonna send y'all the cash app and the invitation. You ain't gotta come, but you gotta get the invitation.
Who graduated?
The sweet young lady I know.
Hey, yo.
I was trying to. No, not like that.
Was that college?
High school. I thought she about to come on, but she ran away.
No, did it?
Shouts out to her. Shouts out to her. We
Big
support
up.
all the family members of Set Your Lineup podcast. We support all the friends. Again, check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Nationwide every Wednesday at 12 o'clock during lunchtime. Check us out on Spotify. Remember to like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, shouts out to X dealing with the shouts out to X Man. His son just had a birthday. So we
Nephew,
definitely
what's up, baby?
We definitely will shout him out. You know, it's a lot of Tarsus going on around here. They say the best people were made in April. If
Yeah,
you're
shout out to KD. KD's son just had a birthday too.
April Fools.
Thursday night.
Boy,
Thursday.
wow. He boy wilding on this show, boy. They wilding out of pocket. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off.
Hey, I did celebrate a birthday this past Thursday. I celebrated with my kids, but it was definitely great, and I got to see the fellas in the show. But I do want to leave y'all with a quote. I don't rush the moment. I welcome it. I've already walked through it in my mind. Take that with y'all through the week.
I got one. I said it. If you don't want no kids, don't raw dog Anthony Edwards.